Hello and welcome back to the Rocket VA podcast. In today's episode, we have an invitation to pause, reflect, and consciously choose how you want to move into this next chapter of your life. And right now, we're in that unique space between Christmas and New Year, that quiet in-between period where time feels slower, routines soften, and there's also a natural opportunity to reflect. It's often the only time in the year where we're not rushing forward or looking back. We're simply here, and that space is powerful. We live in a world that's always chasing the next goal, the next milestone, the next version of ourselves, without even stopping to acknowledge where we've been. But reflection is so powerful because when you take a time to look back, honestly and without judgment, you gain so much clarity. And clarity is what allows you to move forward with purpose, not pressure. Reflection helps you recognize how far you've come, what you've navigated, and what no longer fits, and what you're truly ready for next. And when reflection leads into goal setting, that's when real change happens. Not goals based on who you think you should be, but goals based on who you're becoming. And the truth is, big dreams don't become reality through motivation alone. They happen when we break them down. So when you turn a vision into yearly intentions, 6-month focus points, 90-day priorities, and weekly and daily routines, you stop relying on motivation and start building momentum. And routine is what turns intention into identity. So small, consistent actions repeated daily are what quietly change your life. So I really wanted to record this episode because if, like me, although this period is a time just to pause, be still, really enjoy the present moment, it's also a great time to reflect and to set goals for the year ahead and really taking opportunity of the space that we've created from resting, because so many of us often just keep going in life onto the next project, onto the next chapter in our lives, and we don't even stop to think about how far we've come. So I really hope that you get what you need from this episode and also come out with it with some powerful goals to take into the new year. So what I want to do now is guide you through 10 powerful reflection and forward focus questions. You can pause this episode after each one, write them down, or simply sit with them and let the answers come naturally. Remember, there's no right or wrong here, just honesty. So take a moment, make sure you got your journal pad, you got your pen, you got a quiet space where you're not going to be interrupted, and journal through these prompts. Now, of course, if you're walking or if you're driving, pause this episode and come back to this when you can sit down with a pen and paper. And if you're already at home, then now is the perfect time to dive in. So of course, I'm not going to pause between each question because it could take you 5 minutes or 10 minutes to journal each question. And that would make this episode very, very long with lots of blank spaces and talking from me. But what I am going to do is go through the 10 journal prompts and give you a few ideas in how to answer them. And then just pause and let the answers come to you. So let's dive in. The first question: what am I genuinely proud of myself for this past year, even if no one else saw it? So remember, growth isn't always visible, but it's always valuable. So take a moment to really think about the challenges or something that you've been proud of, and something that you've overcome, even if no one else saw it. Question 2. Where did I show courage, consistency, or resilience when it would have been easier to quit? This reconnects you to your strength, especially on days you doubt yourself. So really think about those times where you've just kept going one foot in front of the other and you've not allowed yourself to quit. Because remember, if you quit, you never know how capable you'll become. And also that's where the space where there's so much growth. So think about where you really showed courage, consistency, or resilience this year. Question 3. What challenged me most this year and what did it teach me about who I'm becoming? Remember, every challenge shapes you if you allow it to. Question 4. What am I ready to let go of before stepping into the new year? What beliefs, what habits, what expectations, what versions of yourself that no longer align? Remember, this year, 2025, has been the year of the snake. It's all about shedding, releasing. So this is the time we just let go of those things that are holding us back, the opinions of others, the habits, the things, the beliefs, and it's really time to step into that new version of you. Question 5. How do I want to feel in the year ahead on an ordinary, everyday day? Not just success, but peace, confidence, freedom, joy. So it's really about those just day-to-day days, not the ones where we're going on big holidays and trips, but those will happen too if you want them to. But those days where we just wake up and you get up, it's a routine, you go to the gym, you go to work as usual, you're looking after your kids, whatever it is, seeing friends and family. How do you want to feel in those everyday days? So really think about, not just the success, but is it the peace in your body? Is it like the health and wealth that you're focusing on? Like, how do you want to feel? Joy, contentment. Think about those words and how you want to feel. And also just thinking about feeling. Feeling is really when you can actually start to find the emotions that come into your body that drive you to connect to those images that you can create in your vision board. And a vision board, for anyone that doesn't know, is where you create a Pinterest board or use a traditional paper with magazine clippings, and you create something that acts as a guide for you to look towards, images that create feeling within your body that make you feel, I can do that, or I want that in my life. So I have many vision boards. Every year I create a new one. And honestly, when I look back at the previous years, very often I feel like I have achieved the feeling of many of those photos on that vision board. So it really drives me and motivates me towards becoming the woman that I want to be. So how do you want to feel in the new year? Question 6. If the year ahead had one word or theme, what would it be? Let this word guide your decisions when things feel noisy. So it's like your little anchor that you keep coming back to. And if you feel out of alignment or that you're on the wrong path, come back to this word or theme and just question, is this in alignment with this word or theme? And that will really help you throughout the year. Question number 7. So we're going to look ahead to this time next year. If it were December next year and I felt proud of myself, what would I have done differently? This really creates awareness about pressure. So think ahead to this time next year, 12 months in the future. What have you done differently that's got you to where you want to be? Have you started saying no to certain things so that you can create more space? Have you taken up a new hobby so that you feel your most healthy self? Did you invest in learning so that you could create a career or really expand your skill set? What did you do differently in year 2026 than you did in 2025? Question number 8. What are the top 1 to 3 priorities that would move my life forward most over the next 90 days? Now, when we're looking at goals, we can often break them down into looking at the year ahead. Then I like to go at this next 6 months, the next 3 months. And actually, we recently hosted a goal-setting masterclass in the Rocket VA Academy. And this was really powerful because we took our alumni students through different sections like reflecting, then goal setting. And in the goal setting, we broke them down into that 1-year vision, 6-month goals, 3-month goals, and then even the daily routines. Because really those routines and daily habits are what build the momentum to achieve those goals. So what are the 1 to 3 priorities that would move my life forward most over the next 90 days? And they don't have to be huge priorities, but they could be something, for example, like I want to complete my Rocket VA Academy training and set myself up to be a virtual assistant for the new year, which is more than possible in 90 days and less. I want to, it could be, I want to pay off debts if you have any debts, or it could be that I want to save a certain amount of money in 90 days, so making a plan to do that. And it could be, I want to really focus on my health and fitness, so I commit to 90 days of no refined sugar, of whole foods, of moving my body every day, really supporting the life that you want to lead, but taking these three priorities, these are the top ones, and then, of course, we have bigger priorities within the year ahead, but making sure these 3 priorities will take you one step closer to where you want to be at the end of 2026. Number 9, what routines or habits do I need to support the life I want? Because who you become is shaped by what you do daily. So those daily routines, if you're waking up without an alarm every day, which is okay if you want that to happen or if you can do that. But if you are, then what is your routine after that? I'm the kind of person who loves structure. So actually in these days between Christmas and New Year, it's Tuesday today. I'm recording this on the 30th of December. And this will come out on the 1st of January. So on Monday the 29th, Tuesday the 30th, I really wanted to get back to work. Like I'd had a good 5 days off, no laptop, no routine, just sleeping well, eating what I wanted. But I really felt like I wanted to get back into the gym. So I've been going to the gym, I've been eating my normal foods, and I feel so much better. And didn't say that I didn't enjoy what I was doing over Christmas, but I really felt like being back in the routine is supporting that life I want. And I'm a big believer in doing the things now rather than waiting for the new year. So I didn't want to be that new year person that's back in the gym on the 1st of January or eating healthy because it's the 1st of January. I wanted to do it now. And that's also what I want to remind you is that you can change now. The daily routines that you're doing affect your life now. So think about how you spend your day, the friends you spend your time with, the people you spend your time with, the work you're doing, everything in life, is it aligned with the person that you want to be at the end of 2026? So really think about those habits that you do every day and make sure that if you're not feeling like you're aligned, you're changing those habits. We are creatures of habits, but if we don't change, then nothing in our life changes. So really, I would recommend sitting down here, planning out your day and deciding if those things that you're doing in your day take you further forward. And finally, question 10. If I fully trusted myself, what commitment would I make to my growth today, not someday? And that just takes me back to the power of now. So remembering this is where change actually begins, not thinking about someday, thinking about today. Often we can say, oh yeah, in the new year or next week, I'm going to do this. Why not now? And, it really comes back to me also seeing so many incredible, brave people joining the Rocket VA Academy in 2025 because they decided it was today and not another day. And because they did that, they are one step ahead of where they wanted to be. They're already doing the training. They've already launched their VA businesses. They're stepping into the new year as a VA business owner. And that's so empowering and incredible to see. And if you want to become a virtual assistant, then I hope that you too make that decision today, because there might not be tomorrow. And also you can literally change your life if you decide to today. And also these questions, these journal prompts, these are applicable for anyone, even if you don't want to become a virtual assistant, These journal prompts are for anyone who wants to change their life, wants to reflect. So whether you want to be a VA or not, these are for you. Okay, so we've done our 10 journal prompts. I really am curious what you have journaled, what you've written. If you want to share, definitely come do share at hello@rocketva.com. Drop me an email or come on Instagram at rocketva_. And let me know what big goals you've set for 2026. And also we'll be sharing these journal prompts in a carousel on Instagram, so you can come and comment under that, or also refer back to them to actually sit down and go through these journal prompts. Okay, so I want to finish this episode with something really important. A reminder that your thoughts shape your actions shape your habits, and your habits shape your life. Affirmations aren't just positive thinking, they're about rewiring the brain. When you consciously choose thoughts like, I'm capable, I trust myself, I can do this, I'm allowed to want more, I create my own opportunities, or even saying things as if they've already happened, like, I am a successful VA earning $4,000 a month. I am a fully sold out virtual assistant. I'm a VA with the time and freedom flexibility that I desire. I never miss out on my kids' school plays. I have the time to go to the gym every day that I want to. All these things, say what you want as if they have already happened. So definitely go through your goals and actually even write a letter to yourself as if it's already happened. You could write a letter to yourself dated this time next year. So for me, it's going to be 30th of December 2026. And I will write a letter to myself like, Dear Debbie, I'm so proud of you this year because I have achieved this. I have completed this. Say it as if it's already been done. So affirmations aren't just positive thinking. They're about rewiring the brain. And also if you write affirmations daily, for example, I am capable, I am earning 4K per month, put them on post-it notes around your home, on your mirror, bathroom mirror. Say them to yourself every morning. Just believe me, the power of affirmations will change the way you think about yourself and also just eliminate any negativity. I even hear people often say, oh, I'm stupid, oh, I can't do this. And I keep saying to them, because I know the power of affirmations, you're not stupid. Please do not say you're stupid. But these things, they really do consciously change your beliefs and keep you thinking this way if you keep saying it to yourself. So I really want 2026 to be the year that you consciously choose good thoughts about yourself. And you're going to begin to interrupt old patterns and build big, beautiful new ones. So I really want you to hear this clearly. You do not have to live the same life that you've been living. You are not stuck. You're not behind. You get to choose again. You get to decide. You get to take your life in your own hands. This is your year. This is the year of the horse, a year of movement, momentum, courage, forward energy. So let's race towards our dreams boldly, intentionally, and without waiting for someday. Because tomorrow isn't promised, but today is powerful. And this could be the year that everything changes if you decide it is. So As we move into this new year together, remember this: you don't have to do it alone and you don't have to figure it all out in your head. If you like the structure to support everything we've spoken about today, we've created a free goal-setting workbook to help you reflect, reset, and intentionally plan your next chapter. You can download it at rocketva.com/goals. Inside, you'll find guide prompts, space to reflect on the past year, your practical exercises to help you turn your vision into aligned, achievable goals. So this goal-setting journal is designed specifically for virtual assistants. And if you also want to look at the journal prompts that we'll be sharing in this episode, you can head to our Instagram at rocketva_. And finally, if one of your goals really is to explore becoming a virtual assistant this year, we've got just the thing for you. We've also got our VA starter kit, which walks you through what virtual assistant really looks like and how to get started. You can also access that at rocketva.com/starter kit. So whether you're reflecting, planning, or taking your very first step, these resources are here to support you. This is your year, the year of momentum, the year of the horse. Let's race towards our dreams with intention, courage, and belief in ourselves. This has been the year that we actually launched and pushed ourselves to come into your daily routines, and I'm so grateful to everyone who has been listening and tuning in so far, and for your amazing reviews and feedback. If you haven't yet, I would love you to add a 5-star review and any comments on Apple or Spotify or wherever you're listening. And I just want to end by saying that I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so grateful to you for being here, because I know that if you are, it means that you believe in yourself, you believe in your dreams, you have big dreams, you have big goals, and you know that you are made for more, and you know that you're capable of it. And I believe in you, so I hope that you do too. So I can't wait to see you in our next episode in 2026. And until then, let us know how these goals land for you, what your big goals are, and remember, no dream or goal is ever too big.